a video of what Cale Makar does to create offense, the footwork and the technique that he has. It's very, very important for us to get very comfortable walking the line and having these options of shots. So whenever he's creeping in off his weak side, he loves this move. It's really good at freezing the guy who's coming out to block the shot and then riding that ankle collapse. So that ankle collapse there opens up 5 feet of space almost. So if you see from this angle here, the subtle fake, 2 stick lengths or so away, he makes that fake, that guy gets upright, and then he moves it 3 to 5 feet, opens up that lane perfectly. Okay, here he does a cross under.
For Makar, back to the kid of the woods. Hammer, and he scores off the...
So whenever he has space, he always does that cross under mechanic and he rides an arc. This is very difficult on this guy right here. Riding this arc will allow him to get in the shooting lane, and once he commits and that lane opens, everyone is sucked to this side. Perfect one-timer pass. Right, subtle deception, but watch how he always rides that inside edge and is a threat to go the other way before he does the opposite.
Here is Makar walking it in. Makar dangling, wrist shot off the post, score!
So watch the spacing. Once he's 2 stick lengths away, that's when he starts making the fake and using that ankle collapse mechanic.
Seconds later, the Colorado Avalanche on the power play with a shot from the base was a goal, and that is...
Way Ottinger could find...
Makar fires and they score.
So this is another mechanic he loves to do. Like, so if he notices that they're having a collapse box, which is they're not aggressive on the point, he starts creeping in. So by creeping in this situation, this is a pass option as a threat. So he has 2 options here, and based on whatever decision this guy makes, Cale makes, I wouldn't say it's the right or wrong play, but the higher percentage play. He sees this lane, it's not getting closed up, aims for the stick. A quick decision, but it's all based on the read and where the pressure's coming from, and quick decisions. All right, so strong side, cross under mechanic.
That's the purpose of it.
And then he starts noticing that collapse box, cross under, take in the middle. Quick decision.
It's Cale Makar. He's got his second of the game as well. He lost his stick. It's Cale Makar. D'Amico with the time, and he scores. Look for the play. Up to Cale. Over D'Amico.
So it's a little subtle thing. So when he's on his off wing, does that hip flip mechanic, little baby cross under, opens his hips, and then he's riding this arc out here, which gives him all these options at whatever point in time he wants to select them. Right, that little subtle deception where he's thinking shoot, he sees that lane collapse, and then just by him looking at the net, that play presents itself, slides it over, and it's all based on that simple formula, the cross under mechanic where you ride the inside edge. So I can't overstate how important this mechanic is if you want to be dynamic defensively.
McKinnon centering pass comes through, shot, score! So Miko loses his stick in the corner. Pete lost his helmet. You can see he just got his helmet back.
So another interesting detail that I noticed that he does a lot, whenever he notices that their wingers or his team has possession and it's driving down, these wingers sometimes get turned around and then he starts to creep in. Right? He's still in a good defensive position where he, if the puck pops out, he has goal side positioning and can just flat out pivot and catch them. But this is where he creeps in for those little sneaky offensive high guy scenarios. So we want more of that in our game. Creeping in these situations. You start seeing everyone collapse. Just go behind the guy that you're supposed to cover to be a scoring threat. So you can't see it that well here, but this hip flip mechanic. So he did a cross under, and then he flipped his hip. But look how he's controlling his speed, and he's allowed to do, well, not allowed, he can do a bunch of fakes to get these guys to bite and commit to a lane and then find a shooting lane that he prefers. Right, this subtle hip flip and that shave mechanic. So once again, we're going to be working on this in practice. I want you guys to understand what we're trying to accomplish here so we get good quality reps in and work on our skating mechanics.